Welcome, tribe, to today's Yoga for Beginners class. Go ahead and grab your mats and your blocks, your water, and we'll hop right on and get started. Let's come into a nice, comfortable seat. Hang up on a block if you wish. My name's Shonda, and I'll be guiding you through your class today. Find what feels comfortable, a nice, easy seat, Sukhasana. Start to feel the sit bones connect with the earth. Draw the navel up and inward, lift the crown of the head as the shoulders expand to the left and to the right. Sitting up nice and tall, creating some space in the body, length in the spine. Start to close the eyes and tune into your breath. Meaning the neutral observer, the breath, the thoughts. Just allowing each breath to bring you to a new moment. Each inhalation, allow the spine to grow a little longer, expansion occurring in all directions. Each exhalation a little more complete, releasing what no longer serves us, softening around the edges. Let's begin to deepen the breath. We'll start with deep yogic breathing, inhaling into the abdomen through the nose. Exhaling through the nose, allowing the abdomen and navel to draw up and inward. This time on your next inhalation, inhaling through the nose, allowing the abdomen to expand in all directions, lifting up to the lower. Pausing at the bottom of the exhalation, keeping the core nice and engaged. Expelling what no longer is needed for the body. On your next inhalation, breathing in through the nose, filling up the abdomen, allowing it to rise up to the low ribs, and finally the upper chest as the shoulders expand to the left and to the right. The crown of the head continues to reach up nice and tall. Exhaling through the nose, coming through down through the chest, back through the ribs. And really expelling, drawing the navel up and in, pausing at the bottom of the exhalation. So just moving with your own breath, at your own pace. Nice deep inhalations and exhalations through the nose. Perhaps you'd like to constrict the back of the throat on the inhalations and exhalations, creating Ujjayi or ocean's breath. Gently extending the inhalation and exhalation. Remembering this breath is our life force energy builder, our prana builder. We expend so much prana throughout several outputs. Now is your time to rebuild your energy, rebuild your life force, rebuild your karma. Perhaps the inhalation becomes a little deeper. Your exhalation is a little more complete. Taking a step back from the mind, coming into the body, the inner experience. Releasing the deep yogic breathing, returning to neutral breath. Excuse me. Drawing the hands together in at heart center. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. And that could be one word or a phrase of words that resonates with you. Take a moment to inhale nice and deep. Draw the head down towards the palms. Coming down towards heart center. Lifting the heart nice and tall. Repeating your intention softly to yourself 3 times and carrying it throughout your practice and the rest of your day. Draw the head back up to neutral position. Release the arms down by the sides. Let's softly open the eyes. Releasing the block. Let's make our way to the top of our mat. So beginning here in mountain position. So if you're just beginning your yoga practice, perhaps you want the legs to be about hip distance apart, even measuring between the feet with 2 fists. Press firmly into the mat with the feet as if you're pushing the mat away from you. Start to engage the thighs. Engage the core. Allow the tailbone to reach down towards the mat. Shoulders draw down and away from the ears, opening up your chest and heart. Allowing the hands to shine forward. Finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Strong and steady. All muscles engaged. Crown of the head reaching and lifting as you also continue to press the mat away from you. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift the arms up and above the head. Exhale, folding forward, keeping the abdomen engaged. Finding your Uttanasana. Take a moment to inhale and exhale, maybe relaxing a little deeper into your forward fold. Perhaps you take a bend into the left knee and then the right, just opening up the backs of the hamstring. Perhaps you really draw the abdomen or the navel up and inward and feel the tailbone lifting nice and high. Crown of the head is reaching down towards the floor. Neck is relaxed. Head hanging heavy. Good, keeping the fingertips on the mat, or perhaps you have your blocks available. Stepping the right foot back, find your runner's lunge. So here in your runner's lunge, press firmly into the mat with the foot. All edges, inner and outer edges. Perhaps you wiggle the foot, the sole of the foot to the left and to the right. Dig down deep. Stay strong and lifted up off of that left leg. Gaze is forward. Core is engaged. Stay nice and strong here in your runner's lunge. Good, releasing the blocks, placing the palms of the hands down to the mat. Go ahead and step that left foot back behind you, making your way into top of a push-up plank position. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Keep the arms engaged, biceps engaged. Keep pressing through the heels as you reach the crown of the head forward. Nice flat back here. Keep the core engaged. To release the knees down to the mat, shift our weight forward, allowing the chest and the chin to come down to the mat top so the feet release to the floor. Keeping the elbows hugging into the rib cage. Let's inhale, come up for Cobra Pose. Let's take a few breaths in and out here. Good, release the forehead down to the mat with the exhale. Take a nice deep inhale, press firmly into the mat with the hands, engage the core, sit the hips back to the heels. Find your child's pose. Finding your breath in and out here, keep the shoulders plugged into the shoulder sockets. For now, keeping the hands engaged, so spreading the fingertips nice and wide, feeling the knuckles pressing into the mat. Feel the massaging of the abdomen resting on the thighs. Knowing that you can always come to this position at any time during your practice today to return to the breath. Good, inhale, pressing into the mat with the hands. Come up, make your way up to tabletop position. Spread the fingers wide, press the knuckles in, grip the mat. Press into the mat with the knees and the tops of the feet. Full core engagement. Gaze is just a few inches in front of you. Reach the tailbone behind you as the crown of the head reaches away. Nice and strong and stable in your tabletop position. Imagine as if you're pushing the earth away from you. Good, let's tuck the toes under. Exhale, sit the hips up and back, find your downward facing dog. Keep the fingertips spread nice and wide. Keep the biceps engaged and alongside the ears. Spread the shoulders nice and wide. Lift through the low ribs. Perhaps you have a slight bend into the knees. You lift the tailbone a little higher. Find your breathing here. Perhaps you paddle into the feet, left and right. Draw that right knee in towards the nose. Step the right foot forward. Find your runner's lunge. Stay nice and strong here in your runner's lunge. Use the support of the blocks if you wish. Press into the mat as if you're pressing the mat away with your right foot. Hugging the thighs inward. Zipping up the core. Stay nice and strong. Lift it off of that right thigh. Keep full engagement in that back leg. Release the box. Allow the hands to come down to the mat. Step the left foot forward. Find your forward fold Uttanasana once again. We'll move through at a little bit faster pace this time. We'll aim for 1 breath per movement, but if you need to take more, the breath is the most important. Good, inhale the arms up and above the head. Hands meet at prayer position and move down through center midline. Hands meet at heart center, Samasthiti, or Pranayama. Inhale, gaze comes up, maybe a slight back bend here. Exhale, engage the core. Hinge at the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the left foot back, find your runner's lunge. Release the palms of the hands to the mat, step the right foot back. top of a push-up plank position. Release the knees to the floor. I'm missing my words. Release the hands to the floor. Chest and chin come down. Inhale up for Cobra. Keep the elbows and shoulders joined together. Exhale, sit the hips back to the heels. Child's pose. Inhale, coming up through tabletop position. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up the top of the mat. Draw that left foot forward between the hands to the top of the mat. Finding your runner's lunge. Take a nice deep inhale. Lengthen and extend. Step the right foot forward. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up for extended Tadasana. Hands meet and draw down center midline. Hands reach, heart center, Pranayama. Gently feeling the thumbs pressing in to the sternum, feeling the natural rhythm of the heartbeat. Continue to press away from the mat with the feet, full body engagement here. Soften the shoulders. Feel the energy building and circulating. Use the breath to keep this prana. Filling up your life force. Providing resiliency, strength on and off your mat. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up above the head. If your eyes were closed, please open them. Exhale, folding forward if you wish. Open your eyes if you wish. Inhale, lifting up halfway, shoulders draw down the back. Gaze a few inches in front of you, crown of the head reaching, draw the core up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping both feet back to the top of the mat, or back to the back of the mat, finding your plank position. As you exhale, shift forward onto the toes, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, coming up for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck those toes under. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog here. Let's take 5 breaths in and out here. So 3 more. Coming up onto the tippy toes, walk feet forward to the top of the mat, find your forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting the arms up and above the head. Hands meet in prayer position and down through center midline, meeting at the heart, Pranayama. Inhale, sweep the arms up and around. Exhale, swan diving it forward. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Step, hop, or jump both feet back. Top of a push-up. Exhale, shifting forward, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths in and out here. Coming up onto the tiptoes, walk, step, or jump the feet forward, finding your Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, drawing the hands up and above the head. Hands meet at heart center. Down through center midline, meeting at the heart. Pranayama. Take a moment here to pause, perhaps integrate your practice thus far. Maybe subtly close the eyes. Feel all areas of the body, all sensations. Be the heat and prana building. Return to your breath, deep yogic breathing in and out. It will sustain you through your practice. Good, opening the eyes, inhale the arms. Sweep up, exhale, forward fold. Placing the hands on the outside of the ankles, take a deep bend into the knees. Inhale, lifting up for Utkatasana, chair pose. So stay nice and strong here. Keep drawing the knees together, full engagement. Reach the fingertips nice and high, get length in the spine. Find your breath. Begin to straighten into the knees, hands come down through heart center, find a forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Step the right foot back. Allow the right heel to meet the mat at a 45-degree angle. Stay nice and firm, perhaps adjusting your stance, preparing for warrior one. Keep that left knee bent. Inhale, chest and arms lift. Expand through the ribs, reach nice and tall through the fingertips. Shoulders are plugged into the shoulder socket. Left knee is gently guided out towards the outer edge of the foot. Right quadriceps engaged and pressing towards the outer edge of the heel. Good. Exhale, bringing the hands down to frame the foot. Release that heel off the mat. Step the left foot back. Find your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Find your breath. Looking up at the top of the mat, step that right foot forward in between the hands. Take a moment to find your runner's lunge, being nice and stable here. Rotate that left heel down onto the mat. Preparing for runner's lunge, inhale, lifting the chest, torso, and arms. Finding your warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Stay nice and strong in your foundation. Keep the legs activated. One more breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Lift the heel off the floor. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Five breaths. Keep pressing into the mat nice and firm with the knuckles and the hands. Press away from the mat. Keep the shoulders engaged. Create length in the spine. Drawing the core, the navel up and inward, lifting the tailbone nice and high. Looking up at the top of the mat, walk, step, or jump the feet forward. Finding your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Place the hands to the outer edges of the feet. Take a deep bend into the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest, torso, and arms. Find your Utkatasana chair pose. Good. Begin to straighten into the knees. Draw the palms together and down to heart center. Release the arms down by the sides. Find your Tadasana. Taking a moment to integrate your practice. Good. Softly opening the eyes. Inhale, draw the arms up and above the head. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Stepping that right foot back, finding your runner's lunge. Release the right heel down to the mat, finding a 90-degree angle with your foot, and cartwheeling up, finding your warrior two. So stay nice and strong in your warrior two. Keeping that left knee bent and outward. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Arms are parallel. Gaze is out over the left fingertips. Core is engaged. Find your edge here. Let go of the stories of the mind. Your body can do much more than your mind might tell you. Good, let's flip that left palm up. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, draw the right hand down the back. Left arm reaches over, reverse warrior. Find your breath, keep a deep bend into that left knee. Keeping the quadricep of the right leg engaged. Good, inhale, coming back through center, releasing that forearm to the left leg. Sweep the right arm up and above the ear. Find your side angle. Try not to dump all of the weight onto the top of that leg. Stay nice and strong. Stay with your prana. Good, inhale, sweep the arm back to the side, coming back up to warrior two. Maybe straighten gently into that left knee and then see if you can sink a bit deeper down. So nice here. Good, we're going to take a little bit of a warrior flow here. So inhale, flip that left palm forward, reach it forward, scoop up the air. Draw the right arm down the back of the leg, finding your reverse warrior. Coming back through warrior two, reaching that or releasing that left forearm down to the left leg, sweep the right arm up. Open the chest and the heart. Good, inhale back to warrior two. Perhaps straighten into the leg and see if you can get a little deeper into your warrior. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, flip the hand palm, reach it forward, scoop up the air. Exhale, reverse warrior. Good, coming back through, finding warrior two. Let's draw the hands to the hips. Draw the feet out to the wide edge of the mat, coming into like this V position. My mat's really slippery today. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head. As you exhale, forward fold. Finding a wide-legged forward fold here. Feel free to adjust your stance. Shift the weight on towards the tops of the feet. Begin to lift up with the heels, but also energetically place the heels down on the mat. Keeping full engagement in the legs, you can find your hand placement where it feels good. Grabbing a hold of the outside edges of the feet, toes, wrapped with the peace sign fingers. Perhaps your hands come down into chaturanga arms. Or perhaps they reach behind you. See if you can find your edge. Use the breath to soften into the pose with the body's own relaxation techniques. Good, let's make our way to the top of our mat. Well, I guess for me, so switching that right foot up to the top of the mat, keeping the left foot behind you, finding your runner's lunge. This time, step the left foot forward, find your forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, draw the arms up and above the head. Exhale, hands come together down through center midline. Pranamasa. Inhale, sweep the arms up and above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping the left foot back, finding your runner's lunge. Rotating that left heel to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, cartwheeling up, coming into warrior two. Being nice and strong in your warrior two. Keep that knee bent. Keep pressing into the outer edge of the feet. Nice strong core. Making sure that the torso is aligned directly over the hips. Find your breathing. We'll move into a little warrior flow on this side. So flip the right hand up, reach it forward, scoop up the air. Draw the left hand down the back side of the left leg, coming into reverse warrior. Keep a bend into that right knee. Good, releasing the forearm down to the thigh. Sweep that left arm over the air, finding your side angle. Remember, if you're hunching forward, opening up the chest, open the heart gaze, perhaps comes up to the sky. Really reaching through the outer edge of that left heel as you also extend through the fingertips. Good, inhale, coming back up to warrior two. Moving through this a little faster now. Reverse the palm. Scoop up the air, coming into reverse warrior. Exhale, release the forearm down to the thigh. Sweep the left arm up and above the ear. Inhale, back to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Flip the palm, scoop up the air, release the left hand down the back of the left leg. Release that right forearm down to the right leg, sweep the left arm up and over, side angle. Good, inhale, coming back to warrior two. Let's turn the toes towards the side of the mat. Inhale, reaching and extending through the crown of the head. Hands can be at hip height. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, find your forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe perhaps you find a different placement of the hands. Perhaps the hands come behind you, opening up the chest and shoulders, finding Yoga Mudra. Hands can be coming off the back. Crown of the head is reaching down towards the mat. Weight is shifted towards the tops of the toes as you continue to reach through the heels. Good. If you have your hands behind you, bring them back down to the back. Release the hands to the mat. Let's inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Let's walk our way over towards the top of the mat. Step that left foot forward to meet the right. Let's hang out here in our forward fold for just a few breaths. Beautiful. Take a moment to step that right foot back behind you. Allow the heel to come down at a 45-degree angle. Let's straighten into that left knee. Find a pyramid pose here. So inhale, reach through the crown of the head. Bring it forward with the chest and lead with the chin. Drawing those legs energetically together. Good. Start to take a bend into that left knee. Gently draw that right foot forward. Begin to straighten into that left knee. So the hand can be down on the mat or on a block. So find your strength, your stability here. Begin to rotate that hip out. Keep the toe flexed. Once you find that nice strong support here, you can always draw the hand to the hip, finding half moon. Or you can draw the hand up nice and tall. Gaze can come out to the side. It's okay if you fall out of it. I had to make my way around a little bit. Just coming back to it. Good. Releasing that right hand back down to the mat. Releasing the right foot down. Stepping that right foot forward. Find your forward fold. Good. Stepping the left foot back this time. Finding your runner's lunge. Maybe not too long. Stepping that foot in, releasing that left heel down to the mat, 45-degree angle, find pyramid pose. Keep drawing that right hip back, left hip forward. Reach with the chest and the chin. Keep pressing firmly into the right foot. Good. Begin to take a bend into the right knee, lifting that left foot off the floor. Again, using a block or the floor, begin to rotate the hip out to the side. Keep the foot flexed. And slowly begin to draw the hand up towards the hip. Or maybe even up towards the sky, finding your half moon. Stay nice and strong. See if you can stay lifted. A couple more breaths. Good. Releasing the foot back down to the mat. The hands come down to the mat. Excuse me. Step that right foot back. Release the knees down to the mat. Shift the chest and the chin forward. Keep the elbows hugging in. Shoulders drawing together. Press firmly into the mat with the hands. Inhale, coming up for Cobra. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Exhale, forehead releases to the mat. Sit the hips back to the heels. Find your child's pose. Excuse me. Finding your breath here. Keeping the arms out in front of you if possible. Keep reaching hips down towards the heels. Perhaps if you'd like, you can draw the arms alongside the body. With your inhalations and exhalations, feel the massaging of the abdomen resting on the tops of the thighs. Maybe taking this time to draw the intentions you set at the beginning of your practice into your awareness. Your hands are along down the side of the body. Reach the right and the left arm forward, preparing for movement. And let's make our way up through tabletop. Gently drawing the knees forward, sit the hips back down and onto the heels. Allow the sit bones to make connection with the heels. Perhaps you place your hands in your lap for Dhyana Mudra. So placing the right hand into the left. Sit up nice and tall. Allow the crown of the head to lift. Let's find a few breaths here. Releasing the hands down by the side. Let's make our way onto our backs. Preparing for bridge pose. Allow the soles of the feet to meet the mat. Knees are pointed up towards the ceiling. Gently and slowly making your way down to the mat. Press the small of the back gently into the mat as you lift the pelvis, but not completely off the mat. Just feeling that nice stretch in the middle back. Exhale, release. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale again. Tilt the pelvis. Draw it back and up towards you. Allow the small of the back to stretch down towards the mat. Keep holding. Good. Soften the tailbone. Allow the natural arch of the back to return. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, begin to tilt the pelvis up towards the sky without lifting. Tailbone off the mat. Press the small of the back into the mat. You can press into the feet. We're going to take a couple more rounds of this. Just felt like it was much needed, so kind of changed directions, but that's okay. That's the practice of yoga. Good. Allowing the pelvis to relax. Taking a few breaths in and out here. Good. Inhale, find some space. Exhale, begin to tilt the pelvis, drawing the middle of the back down towards the mat. Pressing into the heels and the feet. Keep the legs drawing together, not swaying out to the side. Two more breaths. Good. Relaxing and releasing. One more time. We'll pause for a moment. Good. Inhale, finding some space. Press into the mat with the feet. As you exhale, begin to lift the pelvis, drawing the middle of the back down towards the mat. So nice, releasing the posture. Take a moment to draw the knees into the chest. Hug them in nice and tight. Keep the legs engaged. Allow the tailbone to shift down towards the mat. Maybe feeling a gentle massage on the back by shifting to the left and to the right here. Release the knee or feet down to the mat. Allow the hands to come alongside the body. Palms facing down and pressing into the mat. Allow the heels to walk as close to the body or the glutes as possible without causing any pain in the knees. Taking a nice deep inhale and exhale here. Then as you inhale, begin to press into the inner arches of the feet and allow the pelvis to lift up off of the mat. Keep pressing into the mat with the hands, keeping the thighs energetically drawing together. Good. Exhale, relaxing it down. So we're going to take 3 rounds of bridge. So if you have any other variations in your practice, perhaps you'd like to take shoulder stand or plow pose, perhaps even wheel pose, if that's in your practice. You're ready, coming back to neutral. Begin to inhale, press firmly into the inner arches and the outer edges of the feet. Keep the knees drawing together. If you'd like to interlace the fingers and draw the shoulders underneath the back, keeping the crown or the back of the head pressing into the mat, lifting the hips up nice and high. Good. Slowly and mindfully release the arms. Allow each vertebrae to meet the mat at its own time. Good. And relaxing for just a few breaths. We'll take our final round of bridge pose. Feel free to do what feels best for you. I'm going to go ahead and move into a shoulder stand. So if you'd like to do that, I'll guide you through that. So keeping the feet plugged into the floor, arms come alongside the body. Begin to press into the mat with the heels and the feet. Draw the knees up to the chest. If you're taking bridge, continue to keep the feet pressed onto the floor. If you're coming into shoulder stand, draw the hands at the low part of your back. Engaging the core, lifting the toes up nice and tall. Keep the shoulders hugging together. Finding a few breaths here. If you'd like to come into plow, slowly releasing one leg and then the other. Nice and slow and controlled. Keep breathing, a few more breaths. Almost there. Good. If you're in plow or shoulder stand, begin to release nice and gentle, nice and slow. Down to the mat. If you're in bridge pose, again, allowing each vertebrae to meet the mat. Good. Let's take a moment to come up to seated position. We'll take a few more postures just for cooling down. Let's bring the legs out to a nice wide-legged V position. Sitting up nice and tall here. Inhale, lifting through the crown of the head. As you exhale, begin to walk yourself forward, keeping length in the low spine. Keep the feet flexed and engaged. Again, leading with the chest and the chin. The gaze is maybe out in front of you just a bit. Allow that prana, that breath, to move fluidly throughout the body, sending signals to your brain that it's okay to relax. We don't have to force ourselves into any move or what we think an asana or a pose should look like. One more breath. Good. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose, lengthen through the head. Exhale. See if you can sink down just a little bit more. Relaxing into it without forcing it. And pressing into the hands, begin to walk yourself back up to neutral position. Let's take a moment to draw the right foot into the inner part of the left thigh, keeping the left foot extended. Taking this time to inhale, draw the arms up and above the head. As you exhale, turn the torso and chest over the extended left leg. Exhale, fold it forward. Try to keep that right hip planted into the mat, keeping the shoulders squared off to the leg. If you'd like to try another variation, you could grab a hold of the outside of the leg. Let's stretch that right arm up and above the head, reaching towards the toes. So opening up the right side of the body. Try to keep the chest and torso lifted, so we're not really falling down, but rather opening up if you're coming into the side stretch. Good. If you're in the side stretch, let's release the chest and torso back over the extended legs. Square the shoulders off. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through the chest and the chin, and then exhale. See if you can get a little deeper down. Use the palms of the hands and the fingertips to walk you back to neutral. Drawing that left knee into the chest. And drawing that right leg out nice and long. And you can have it out to the side. Release the sole of the left foot towards the inner part of the right thigh. Keep the right leg extended, nice and long and active. So let's take a nice deep inhale here. Sweep the air up. Shift the chest and torso. Square the shoulders off over the extended right leg. Inhale and then exhale, fold it forward. Keeping length in the low back. Keep that left hip planted into the mat. Feel a stretch on the outside of the left hip. If you'd like to try another variation and you want to open it up, bringing it into a side stretch, sweep that left arm above the ear, open up the chest and shoulders. Keep the left knee actively pulling down, creating opposition, a little deeper stretch in that side body. Sweeping that arm back down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Lead with the chest and chin. Exhale, see if you could fold a little deeper down. Good, using the fingertips and the hands, walk yourself back up to seated position. Let's make our way, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees come out wide. We'll move into butterfly position or Badakanasana. So sitting up nice and tall with the crown of the head. You can have blocks to support the knees here if that feels good for you. Taking a nice deep inhale. Grabbing a hold of the feet or the ankles without pulling them back and towards you. Inhale and then exhale, walking it forward. Again, keeping length in that low spine, drawing the tailbone down, still planted into the mat or the sits bones. Inhale, creating space in the abdomen. Exhale, see if the body softens. Once you've found your edge, feel free to round into the upper back and shoulders, but keeping length in that low spine. Gently stay active in this posture by continuing to press the feet in towards one another. Keeping the legs nice and active here. Couple more breaths. Using the strength of the arms and the palms of the hands, walk yourself back up to seated position. Allow the knees to come together, making your way down into your final pose of the day, your Shavasana. So perhaps you take a moment to just gently draw the knees into the chest, maybe doing some circular motions, just finding what feels good for the body. And once you feel complete with any final movements, feel free to release the feet down to the mat. Bring the heels to the outer edges, outer corners of the mat. Allow the ankles to soften, the feet and toes to soften. Maybe you take a moment to gently press the back of the head into the mat, Allow the shoulders to gently drop underneath the back, opening up the chest and heart. Allowing the palms to be up and fingertips gently curled. Begin to tune into the natural breathing pattern of the body. Soften the facial features. Relax the tongue. Soften the jaw. Begin to allow the back body to sink deeper down into the mat, feeling the support beneath you. Front body feeling light. Feeling free to remain here in your Shavasana pose for as long as you'd like. I like to encourage up to 11 minutes. It's kind of a magical number for Shavasana. But feel free to do what you can. I will be on here another live class at 2 p.m. Arizona time today. Joining me for a little vinyasa, 30-minute vinyasa flow. So if you have time, please feel free to hop on. Thank you for joining me, tribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. It's been my pleasure and honor to guide you through your practice today. Namaste.